So guys, Monday evening, have a look at what we did at the auctions. So BCA first, no wins. Those are the purchases I made last week, aren't they? So we lost bids on the Skoda Fabia by £200, Picanto by £450, Alto by £100. These are ones I probably could have gone for if I'd been watching it live. Kia Ceed by a couple £100. Mazda by £900, but you all said don't bid on those, so I'll know not to bid on in the future. I had loads of messages from people saying don't bid on 2.2 diesel Mazdas, they're nothing but trouble. The Skoda Octavia I quite fancied, went for 350 quid more than I bid. It wasn't massively out in Fiat 500, about 250 quid. Quite way out on that Corsa. Quite way out on the Transporter. I didn't really want that much. That went for a lot more than I bid. The 2011 Skoda Octavia. I can't remember much about that car. I bid on another Caddy that went for way more than I bid. Another Suzuki Alto went for more way. 2014 Suzuki Alto, and they've paid 3.6 for it. So they're going to be in £4,000 in that before it goes on a forecourt. I didn't think Suzuki Altos from 2014 were worth that much at all, to be fair. Cheeky bid on a Fiesta 2-litre ST. Just fancy trying one. Bid on a Hyundai flipping heck. 2010 Hyundai i10, £4,000. Wow. Well, let's have a look at this little Chevy Spark down here. £900 for a 2010 Chevy Spark. I've never got more than £2,000 for a Chevy Spark. So someone isn't making more than 500 quid out of that. But then if you've got volume, I guess 500 quid a car can work for you. So yeah, been outbid quite comfortably on most of the cars. Some of them I might have won if I'd had time to sit on it and watch it live, but I really don't have time to do that. If I get desperate for stock, maybe I will one day. So nothing on that. And on Mannheim, I didn't win any on Mannheim. Like a few of you said, Mannheim is even crazier pricing than BCA. I mean, there's this Fiat Punto here, isn't it, that we think the head had gone on. That I bid £500 on a 2010 Fiat Punto Eva that we think the head had gone on, and I didn't win that car. Now I thought for sure I'd win that because I wouldn't thought anybody would want to get involved with it, but didn't win that either. So yeah, as I said earlier, I have had a call. Someone's supposed to be popping in tomorrow with a little white Citroen C1 VTR that I sold to them 12 months ago. They've kindly MOT'd it already. It's got a completely clean bill of health with no advisories like it was when I MOT'd and sold it to her. She's only put 2,000 miles on it since. I think it's probably worth the same money as I sold it to her at with current pricing. So hopefully we can get that one tomorrow because that would go along with the little Suzuki Splash. So I'd have those two, plus hopefully sort the Alpha out, plus the Caddy, plus the Rio. So I'll have a few cars kicking around, and those two cars on their way from whenever BCA decide to drop those off. So we're building stock levels up a bit, but it's looking like, luckily, if the VTR is decent and the Splash is decent, I can get them straight out the door, advertised immediately for sale, because they're both really, really clean cars. And now the Caddy sorted, I can get that up. And I know I said I might keep it, but I think I'll still have it up for sale while I'm using it. But yeah, so I've got to get in and have a look at what's on tomorrow's auctions, and hopefully everybody ran out. Or there's still some live stuff going on at the moment, but hopefully people ran out of money today. So have a quick look. Let's have a quick look at an evening sale. Just enter the sale and have a quick look for you guys, and just show you what's going on. So what have we got here? 64 plate Nissan Micra. I haven't read the reports on this. It could have mechanical problems. We don't know. But it says that cap clean is 4.3 for that. It sounds like a lot. That sounds a lot. It's only done 40,000 miles in 2014. It is a nice spec one with the alloys and the front spotlights there. But we don't know whether it could have anything. Oh, it's got a BCA assured report on it, which means you have got some come back. See, that actually looks quite cheap. 3.4 for that. I doubt it's sold though. I imagine that it was £1,000 less than book. It's probably not sold. But a little Golf Plus there on 2006 with 150,000 miles on it. That's going. Its book is 4.3. That one's ticking along. I'm not sure what you'd sell that for in a forecourt. Seems like the evening auctions are a bit cheaper. Here we go. There's something to get our teeth into a bit. 49,000 mile Ford Focus 2.5 ST with a BCA essential check. The book is 5.2 for it. What's it going to go for? Some strong bidding going on. This is where you get carried away and you easy just go, yeah, I'll just stick 50 quid on that. Not I know what to do with a 2.5 ST. I'd like to build my business to be able to do sports and classics, but I think the turnover of small little first-time cars and runarounds is where I am at the moment. You guys out there all know what a Ford Focus is worth, an ST is worth. I have no idea what that's actually worth on a forecourt, but it's looking like it's coming up close to its cap clean price comfortably. It's met its reserve at 4.8. Yeah, that's going to do all of its money, isn't it? I'd have thought. There we go. Will it go over book? Yep, there it goes. Whoa, look at that. I need to go and check what these are worth because that's going well over. Ooh, we're going to do 6 grand, I think, guys. I think that might hit 6 grand. I know the ST is a good car. Whoa, that was a buy. That was a flipping spend and a half, wasn't it? Don't forget that whoever bought that, it's got at least 500 quid's worth of fees on top of that as well. So this is more my cup of tea, isn't it? Where is this? This is where you've got to be careful as well because this is probably nowhere near me. I can't quite see where the lot is. Where is it? JCG. I don't know where that is. But that's a 2010 with 50,000 miles on. I would say on the forecourt 2795 maybe. For only 50,000 miles, if you're very cheeky, you might get 2995 out of it. Anyway, that's enough of that. I'm going to accidentally bid on something. But you can see the prices for that ST. Comment down below. I want to know what those STs actually worth then. What would that sell for? But I would have thought you could go and get one privately for less than that. But there you go. So we'll get in, like I say, check the sales catalogues for tomorrow and put a few more bids in. So guys, we have had some wins. First up, and these are going to be slightly different cars to the ones I've been getting before because now with the new unit, I don't have to worry so much about space. I can try some different models. Nissan Note, I've won. I've seen these kicking around. I know they're kind of like a a bland, generic type of car, but I think they're fairly popular. This one's 2008, 64,000 miles on it. The MOT on it is running until 2nd of July 2022, and the MOT is advisory free. They've obviously done the advisories, which were the repairs, which were just windscreen wipers. History-wise, it is pretty darn clean. Number plate, tyre, headlight beam. Seems pretty clean, and the mileage is reasonable for the age. It's a 2008 car, and I mean that looks okay. I can't quite remember what I've paid for it. A second, let's have a quick look. So I paid £1,100 for it with fees. I mean it's for £1,300. I think a 2495 car. Personally, I think it's a 2495 car. It depends what it comes and it needs. I don't think it had a mechanical report, so we need to see if it needs anything mechanically. It was a grade 4, so it might have a little bit of bodywork, but being white, it's easier to do. But at the end of the day, it's going to cost me about 150 quid to get transported. So I've been at around £1,500. If I have to fire sell it at 2 grand, I should be okay on it, I would have thought. But and it's a nice spec. It's got alloys and so forth, so we'll see how we get on with that. That's being picked up today, so I hope to do a little video for you a bit later on that one. Let's see how it goes. So the other car I won is a Dacia Sandero stepway. Now I know at this point all you guys are going to be screaming at the screen, James, it took you forever to get rid of the Dacia last time. What are you doing, man? But there is some logic behind this. In Devon, North Devon, you see one of these probably every 10 cars is one of these little Dacia Sandero stepways, because up this way people love little runabouts with a bit more ground clearance, a bit of a chunky look to them, that 4x4-y look, but without the running costs. Because our roads are pretty bad here, and you do have to pull off the side quite a lot, so people love something with a bit more clearance. This one was for sale in London, in the Blackbush and everywhere's London from Devon, by the way, so we just call everything London that isn't in Devon. But yeah, so Blackbush, and up there, I don't imagine there's the same sort of attachment to the little 4x4 one. So I thought it was worth a bid, and I did win it at a decent price. It's the little diesel, which people like down here as well. 81,000 miles on it. It had a BCA assured report on it, which I know isn't probably worth the paper it's written on, no disrespect to anybody, which did note an auxiliary pulley noise on the engine. So I'm hoping that is just the auxiliary, nothing more serious on that. And I mean, obviously, if it turns out it's something else, then I might have some comeback with them. But yeah, so I had that report on it. It's a grade 4. I don't think the condition was horrendous. I think just lots of little dents and dings on it. Nothing absolutely outrageous from looking at the pictures. Again, you know, I've got to sort the bumper out a little bit, tuck that and tidy that in. So bits and bobs. But again, up this way, you know, people excuse the fact that the cars have a few little dents and dings on them in the, you know, you get in the lanes and so forth. So anyway, what did I pay for it? I paid for it, including fees, I paid £3,000, £3,088 for it. Now, what I did with this one is booked in with BCA for them to drop off because I had 2 other cars coming from that area, and they've only charged me £140 for delivery, which obviously if I had Adrian go and pick up, it's about £240 to go all the way up there. So I'm going to be into it for 3,250 quid. Let's just round it up. Now, book for this, I think, is about £5,000. Might be more than that. I think it might be 5,995. We'll double check in a sec. So the book for it is well over what I've paid for it. So we'll have to see. I mean, it's a great metallic colour. It's a nice metallic colour. The mileage isn't outrageous for a diesel on a 2013. And if I can keep it in under sub £5,000, then I think that it should be a pretty fast sale as well. But I do think, I have to double check, I think it's worth quite a bit more than that. Let's have a quick look. I'll check the Auto Trader. Here you go. It's worth quite a bit more than I thought it was. Oh no, it's not. Sorry, what am I saying? My thinking's all over the place. So yeah, it's a 4,995, I reckon, in my area. 4,995. So there's the sort of magic sort of over £1,500 margin in it, depending on what we need to do to it. So, and if it's like I say, if those dings and dents seem to be a bit worse than I thought, then perhaps it'll need to be a bit cheaper. Perhaps it'll need to be a 4,495 car. But we'll have a look when it arrives. As always, I'll have a little walk around with you, and we'll see how quickly a Dacia sells. I always thought the reason the other Dacia didn't sell in my area is, like I say, people want the 4x4 ones, and it was a bit new and a bit pricey. I mean, it wasn't pricey; it was dirt cheap in the end, wasn't it? But I think what people really wanted is the 4x4 ones in my area. So, get up to £17 cashback. No, I don't think I will I? On trade account anyway. So yeah, so we'll see where we are with that when that gets in. Also, we've got a subscriber coming down with a car on Saturday. They're coming down with a Audi A1, and we'll have a little look at that. That's a sport line, S line. Again, a bit of a change for me. I don't normally go for cars like that, and it's a lot more expensive than the cars I normally go for as well. So we'll be interested to see how that goes. I know the A1 is super popular, and it's the S line that people want. So again, it'll be interesting. I think the spec is right. I think the car is right. But it's the price point. At the new premises, can I sell cars at, I think this one's going to be 6K sort of mark. So it'll be interesting to see if I can move. I've done that on Fiat 500s before, but that was working out of an Italian specialist. So whether I can do other makes at the new premises will be interesting to see. But as always, you guys will be along for the journey.